been filming much of it because it's a little redundant, to be honest. I feel very Johnny Bravo right now. Just know that's not what I'm going for. That's just what happened. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, about this time last year, you'll remember a video where the Native Plant Society for the area had a plant sale, and I showed up early and was still like super far back in line and didn't get anything, and I was pretty bummed. I am just flat broke. Should I be spending money on plants? No. But I'll spend a little bit just to help the ecosystem, and also because I have kind of almost finished a project that's going to be really exciting to show you guys. So I'm not going to spoil too much about what the project is and what everything looks like and where everything's going, but I am really hoping to pick up a few things at this plant sale so that I can kind of just put the like piece de resistance on this project that I've been working for like the last 2 months on. So wish me luck.
Yeah, I got one from my stop. I've had it too. I mean, I didn't get it going fast.
Alrighty, I am home. I have a lot of work to do to get these guys in the ground. So this, and this are all buckwheat, and this is why I got it. When they're like all mature, they turn red. When they're all red, I think that they're just stunning. So I got 3 of them, 1 in a 1-gallon pot and 2 smaller ones. I got an apricot mallow, which has big orange flowers. That's supposed to be really pretty. I got a white sage, and then this is milkweed. These are gonna go in the place that I've been hinting at for a little while now. So I guess let me go show you. Ta-da! I have that bed and that bed made. Well, I guess they're almost totally made. This one, I just have to bring up the height of the wall and make it level. I got everything else done pretty much on it. And then this wall has been finished for a little while now, but I do need to come through and connect, and then I'm gonna backfill. Just a little bit up here, not a ton, but quite a bit up here. Backfill to make it a little bit more level.
Flashback.
So I need to get rid of all of this. And I think, at least on this side of the fence wall, it's almost all rocks. I think there's dirt put on top of it, but I think structurally it's mostly rocks. So I was thinking that this little slope here kind of looks so-so. And on the other side over here, there's like a rock wall. So I'm kind of thinking to take these rocks and like actually make like a stacked rock retaining wall, and then like put the dirt in there so it's like flat, and then there's a wall. I think that'll look nice, but I have no idea how much work that's going to be. I've never built anything remotely similar to this, so
Flashback.
So right now, this circle has like a creosote bush, and it's kind of a place of honor. So I don't think I'm gonna leave the creosote bush here. I have a whole forest of creosote bushes, so I am not worried about getting rid of one. Kind of have to make decisions that I really am not necessarily ready to make because I have the plants and I need them to go somewhere. But all of those little plants are going to become pretty good sized shrubs. Basically, I always grew up in houses where people never paid attention to what things would look like 10 years in the future. Everything was really overgrown, and I'm trying not to do that. But at the same time, I want things to look nice now. But there is a little sage of some sort. I'm not really actually sure what this is, so if you want to identify it for me, I would love you. But yeah, there's that, and a big boulder that I can't carry or move or anything, so it's going to be a landscaping boulder. And yeah, basically all of the stuff up front here is going to be natives that don't need any care or attention from me once they're all established, because I'm gonna have the garden back there, and that's gonna take all of my time and effort. So everything up here is gonna be pretty much, you know, set it and forget it. So this is what I've been up to for the last couple of months that I haven't been posting. If you guys want to see a video specifically on stacking rocks, let me know, because I definitely learned a few things. And just as a little quickie, all the rocks came out of this pile of dirt. The fence used to come here and there, and there's just a million rocks in there, and then the dirt. And so I've basically picked all the rocks out, put them in this wall, shoveled by hand all the dirt in the backfill, and yeah, slowly but surely everything is getting taken down and leveled out and looking good. Otherwise, I think the only other thing necessarily of noteworthiness is that my palm tree is doing a lot better. I excavated around it and found out that it had basically been rotting in the back. So I was able to peel all of the skin off of it, like all of this stuff. You know, in 10 years, all of this will be ready to peel off, but for now, all of this peeled off. And I don't know if it normally would have peeled off that quickly, but like I said, it was rotten because it had been buried. So, for example, this front side that you can see where it wasn't buried still has a lot of stuff stuck to it, and I'm not going to try and manhandle that off. I basically only took off what wanted to come off. And then I got some palm tree fertilizer and watered it, like literally soaked it for a whole day. Found out there's a soaker hose on it. There's a lot of irrigation around. Like, there's an irrigation hose too, but do you think that I can figure out how it all goes together to be able to like reestablish it? Probably not. So that's a bummer, but regardless, palm tree is doing a lot better, and according to arborists on the internet, it'll probably straighten itself out as it grows now that it has sun and doesn't have a big fence behind it. Oh, I said that was the only thing I was doing, but I did get a little bit of footage of me digging out. There was a greenhouse here. All of this had these posts. I've been emptying my pool since it's almost fall now, and using my pool water to, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle to soften up the soil so I can dig these out. Some of them I have had to take the whole piece of concrete out because they're all concreted in, but for the most part I'm just whacking up with a sledgehammer and breaking off what wants to break off. And that's usually like the first like 6 inches or so of the concrete, which to me, knowing that this is going to be like a driveway area, is like plenty. But yeah, I have just been obsessed with looking at my rock wall. Every time I go to the bathroom, which is that window right there, I go and look at it and go, wow, good job, me. Because it was a lot of work. Over the summer, it's obviously too hot to work during the day. So it was like every single morning and evening for like a month. And then I got myself hurt during that time and whatnot. So the goal eventually is to kind of match this up. You can see that there's a big slope here. I don't necessarily need to make it level and this be like a huge ditch, but just like I have dirt. So I think I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit to get rid of the last of this dirt. I'm gonna dump it over here, but that's not gonna bring it up super high because it's kind of a lot of area. That dirt's not gonna go super far. Yeah, at some point I will come back in and redo all of this as well so that it kind of matches. It's a little bit more intentional than just all these rocks that are all thrown together with a path leading to nowhere. But that is what I've been up to. Don't mind the pajamas. We are having kind of a last little hurrah heat wave. It's kind of hot. So normally I wouldn't be doing anything right now in this type of weather, but these guys need to get in the ground. So I have decided I spent the whole day building these cages, chicken wire, and then netting. It's like woven through. This is like fully attached, woven together. So I think we're all ready for the 3 that I've done. I also think I've paid, like I've been thinking about it, and I think the sage is gonna go over there because there's a chance that the sage is gonna get really big. Milkweed, buckwheat, apricot mallow, and I think over there I'm gonna put 1 more buckwheat and then call it good. But I don't have those holes dug yet, so let's just get these in the ground first. I don't think I'm gonna have time for anything else because sunset's at 6:20. Wild. So this is the milkweed. Oh my gosh, I eyeballed that hole perfect. Gorgeous. Okay. Dirt's like black, like charcoal black. And then all of these holes have water in them already. I wet them earlier. Okay, I'll let that soak in. Is this what you were wanting? Is this what you're wanting? Oh yeah. That hole is too deep, buddy. The reason I'm watering between like every step and every layer is because this dirt, I really want to get a soil analysis done because there's actually a lot of dirt, and it doesn't actually compact. I had to, all of this stuff, I had to really like compact it with water, so it will stay quite loose if you don't get water on it. I think this guy is ready for steak. Oh, we are gonna want a steak, like right there. Cool, that looks good. Get a little bit of wire. Because I'm doing only 1 steak, which is purely a money thing, I'm wrapping the whole steak, not just putting like a twisty tie here and there. So it is really on there. So the only thing I'm not sure I'm gonna have time to do tonight is build berms because I know I don't have enough dirt here for that. And my wheelbarrow is full of concrete, so either I dump my wheelbarrow or I hand walk everything back and forth. And my dirt pile is getting quite a ways away these days, which is great, but not great for this situation. Goofy little boy. Oh yeah, that hole's way too deep too. I swear that was a 1 gallon pot. I'm going crazy. Alrighty, 2 down. Everything is very dry, needs water. They're going to be happy to be in the ground. Berms. Berms, berms, berms. I guess let's start just hand shoveling and see how long it takes. I go pretty hardcore with the berms because I just have such squirrel and rabbit problems out here that they're obviously going to try and dig and get under this. So basically the idea is that when they dig, because they will, not if, but when they dig, they give up because they think the fence just keeps going. So basically, I'm building a bigger berm than probably other people would, and I'm making sure that it like goes inside as well. It's not just on the outside, so that the fence is like fully contained in it. And then the next step you will see is that I am going to water it in. So it's gonna get watered in, which will firm all this dirt up, and then this is the final water. And as you can see, the water stays in for the plant to soak in because it has a wall of dirt around it. That is a berm. Down, 2 to go. I'm running out of light though. I think the spots that I want to go do over there are going to take more time than I have tonight. So I'm going to put everything back up on the washing machine on the patio where I don't think anything can really get it. Also, the squirrels are the ones who really climb and get into stuff, and the squirrels are not nocturnal. So It's really at night the rabbits, and the rabbits aren't going to get up there. So I think I'm going to put it all away and do the last 2 tomorrow. Alrighty, I got up bright and early this morning to do that one and that one. So they are all in the ground now. The only other thing I really need to do is if I'm gonna buy like an ocotillo, and then I'm gonna transplant my Joshua tree. But I put the sage here. I hope the shade is all right for it. Everything is listed as full sun because they're native to this where there's not really trees. Yeah, I kind of realized after it was too late that I kind of used up a partial shade spot here, but that's okay. Hopefully he grows really nice and big, and that's why I put him here, is because he has a lot of room to become really big, because sometimes they can get like 5 feet wide. So he has room to do that if he wants to. And then this is the last of the buckwheat. Fun fact, I had tried to plant a sage plant here. It's a blue sage. It's really gorgeous. You should Google what a blue sage looks like. And I didn't even think, because if you Google it, a lot of Google tells you that sage, like, animals don't like to eat sage because it's really strong. So I didn't cage it or anything, and the very next morning I woke up and it was not only gone, they had dug out the roots. Like, there was a hole in the ground where the plant used to be. So yeah, that was lesson learned. So I just filled the hole in the ground with this buckwheat, and so it kind of completes the triangle. That's a bigger plant here, and then I'm thinking ocotillo, like in a like agave or something here. Keep it really open, because it's like a total guessing game how big the buckwheat's gonna want to get. They can get huge and they can stay really small. I think obviously it's gonna really come down to how much I water it. According to the plant society that I got all this from, everybody should be like established before December, basically. And then obviously we'll have rain and not hot temperatures or anything through December, so everybody won't need water probably until next summer. And theoretically they don't really need much, if any, water through the summer, because they should be established by then. But if I want them to grow, you know, I should give them water, and I do. I want, at least for now, some of this stuff to fill in, so I'll water every 2 weeks to a month probably over the summer, just whenever I think about it, so that everybody still can try and grow. Because right now everything looks just very empty. But that's okay, we're getting there. We will get there. One last thing, did I ever show you guys that I chopped up this oleander bush? So if you don't remember, this looked like this, except it had pink flowers. And if you really don't remember, there used to be a privacy fence here, and so the shrub was really like one-sided because it had grown up next to the fence. And so when I took the fence down, I gave it a little bit of a prune, and it really like took off. And the problem is that, as you can see, they're very round, and it's planted just too close to the patio. So if it grew up as much as it wanted to, it would come way out into the patio and steal my valuable patio space. The other thing about oleander is that it is incredibly toxic. Crazy toxic. Like kill you, kill your dog kind of toxic. It's supposedly very bitter, so the risk of that happening is pretty small, but you can see like the flowers, they just turn into like dust, and the leaves drop at least once a year, and then they just blow in the wind, and the dog plays fetch, and these little crisp, brittle leaves turn into little broken pieces. Now granted, they shouldn't be crazy toxic when they're this dry, but either way, it just makes me uncomfortable. And so I definitely have to clean this tree up whenever it sheds. I'm happy to do that for this one because it looks really nice and it's pretty, and I like the white flowers, and out of the way doing its own thing, but this one was in the way of my washing machine, in the way of the patio. It was kind of ugly because it was like lopsided. So yeah, I decided one oleander plant is plenty to clean up, and I can't promise that this oleander is gonna stay for the rest of the time that I live here. You know, give it a decade and I might rip this one out too. Ow, ow, ow. Surprise! You guys probably thought the big reveal, you know, the grand finale, was going to be the fact that I've got the plants in the ground and the rock wall done and everything, which is a big part of it. But really, the big reveal is the fact that I have all of this dirt moved. And all of that dirt moved. I mean, a lot of that dirt moved. And as you can see, look at all the tire tracks. I can now use this as my driveway. I didn't leave the car out here so that I could get like a good shot of it and everything, but I am just so excited to be able to park actually in front of my house. And I will be even more excited when I get even more of this pushed back. And when I park in front of the house, it won't be quite as centered, you know, so that the view is not obstructed. It would be nice to park a little bit further back. I'm counting this project as a win, as a success. I'm doing the happy dance for it. And moving on. So it's really funny because I went to try and find some before clips of this area, and there's literally none because it was so awful and so nothing. That I didn't use this whole area. It was behind the fence and super nasty. If you remember, this is where the toilet cactus was. Shout out if you remember the toilet cactus. Let me know if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to. I just recently hit 500 subscribers. If you're one of those 500 people, it means a lot, and thank you so much. I will see you all in a Sunday in the future when I've got my next project finished. Bye, everyone.